Happy midweek, everyone! I am Romela Parami,
I am Azor Garlet.
and we both are faculty members of the Senior Academy Cluster.
Tonight, we are going to share on how God has providentially brought us here in SPAC.
Indeed, it's a great privilege to be part of the SPAC working force.
So without further ado, let us start off with your testimony, Maam Romela. Parami.
Indeed, God works in mysterious ways. I have been in this institution since June 2009. And if I were to describe my overall experience here, I would say that I have been like Jonah. Jonah in a way that I've planned numerous and successful escapades. With this, I could say that SPAC is really my calling. SPAC has always been my dream school. But I guess adventurous persons like me are not that fond of overstaying. That's maybe the reason why I've almost parted ways with SPAC twice. But like Jonah, no matter what I do, I'm always drawn back to SPAC. Now that I'm about to celebrate my 10th year anniversary here, the thought of leaving frightens me. I guess the song Sweeter as the years go by struck me hard. Because the more I stay here, the deeper my separation anxiety develops. The idea of working at SPAC was first introduced to me when I was second year college. One midweek meeting after rendering the special song, Available to You, I was tapped by Dr. Catolico if I'm willing to make myself available for SPAC right after graduation. I don't know if Doc Bobot and Ma'am Letty still remembered, but it really made an awkward smile then. Not because I don't want to, but because since high school, I've always had a commitment with the Lord to join the 1,000 missionary movement right after my college graduation. Fast track, my graduation came. I've already packed my belongings because I've really made up my mind to join the 1,000 missionaries by June 2017. Despite the job offers and pending LET board exam, I was really determined to leave. But my parents angrily insisted that I should at least pass the board exam before leaving. So I granted their request. I didn't join the 1,000 missionary that June and took the LET exam in September instead. Since 1,000 missionary usually caters to batches every year, one in June and one in December, I planned to join the December batch instead. As I've been leisurely waiting for December at home rather, I got extremely bored. Coincidentally, Ma'am Pido called me in October, explaining that SPAC is temporarily in dire need of a science teacher then. So, I agreed and negotiated with Ma'am Bing. I said that I'll just volunteer for one semester because I'll join the 1,000 missionary by June 2018. But guess what? 6 months turned to 3.5 years. Well, as I've been teaching, my unfulfilled 12-year 1,000 missionary commitment always bothers me. So last year, I made my last attempt. I flew to Luzon in March 2020 to visit the 1,000 missionary campus because I planned to quit my job and fulfill my long-term dream. But guess what? COVID came. Besides, I was almost locked down in Luzon and was considered person under monitoring upon arriving home from that trip. Well, after much contemplation and prayer, I've realized that maybe I'm not really meant for 1,000 missionary movement. And maybe the 1,000 plus students of SPAC is really my 1,000 missionary field.
To be part of SPAC teaching force was one of my biggest dreams. Hence, because of God's divine providence, He brought me here last 2017. I graduated at Mountain View College with a degree of Bachelor's of Arts in English last 2014 as a working student for 7 years. Time flew by so rapidly, not realizing that 7 years were over. After math, I would be leaving the portals of MVC to face the world, bringing with me all I got or packed from that prestigious college. Then I received a notice from Panglao Christian Academy in Bohol. This school needed teachers. So I, together with my friend Sam, submitted our resume. Fast forward, I worked in that school for 2 years. It was tough because I taught in elementary department as multi-grade teachers, grades 5 and 6 advisor. It was never an easy experience, for I had to shoulder all the subjects all by myself. But grateful as I have always been, He dared me surmount those behemoth responsibilities and held off my hands so that I could continue heading and pacing on the way He wanted me to trudge. After 2 years contract, I went back to my home place. God then held me settled down by letting me work in Kalinan Lam Adventist Academy as a teacher for 1 year. After my tenure in Kalinan Lam, I went back to my alma mater in VC to apply for a job. But unfortunately, there was no vacant. I got so frustrated and discouraged. One day, I received an invitation to sing from a faculty member of MVC by the name of Engineer Dale Claveria, as a car blessing was going to be lunch. Dinner came. One of my professors asked me, "Azur, how are you? Where are you working now?" I was so hesitant to tell her that I got no work yet. So I said, "I am now working at the SPAC." Saying those words made me feel like I'm dead because of guilt that kept bothering me that time. I was telling a lie. How could I be hard in SPAC when I have not been there yet? Then the other faculty matter saying, "So Maam Nietes is colleague there?" I said, "Yes, but the fact that I do not know who Maam Nietes." As a result, guilt started to grow into a mushroom cloud that engulfed my integrity. I decided to fast for 7 days for SPAC. But I made it 5 days only. I wrestled with God through a prayer in strong tears and cry, asking Him for SPAC. In April 2017, I passed an application letter to SPAC. That was also the first time I set foot that school. I indicated in my application letter that I may not have taken any master's degree, nor I am a let passer, but I have a faith in God. I handed my application letter to Dr. Catolico. Since Ma'am Pido was not around, he offered me a prayer which fueled my hope for SPAC's future employment. I left the school bringing some expectations. Sooner or later, I would be employed here. I prayed intensively for SPAC prior to my night repose for a month. But it seems the Lord was so silent. I did not receive any call. My friend from MCA in Uzamis called me that they needed an assistant director in choir and pathfinder since I was too a master guide. He said to me, "Your salary is only 6,000. I said to myself, in Bohol, my monthly salary was 7,000. In Lam, 8,000. 7, 8, 6? I really asked myself, I kneeled and prayed, asking God if it was His will to be in WMCA and not in SPAC. May 31, I was about to travel for WMCA. I remember I had gotten a number of Dr. Catolico from Mr. Jordan, a working student of SPAC. So I prayed so hard, "Lord, give me favor for Dr. Catolico." I called him, presenting all my interests and desires for SPAC. And by God's grace, I was given favor and was accepted in SPAC to be part of the teaching force on June 1, 2017. The day that I could never forget all of my life. How the Lord made a miracle after one another. For I prayed that I could also stay in a home which is free of charge in everything. The Lord granted my plea when I stayed in Kadava's home. Praise the Lord.
Sir Azur, upon hearing your testimony, I see a common denominator. Well, we both made ourselves available in God's ministry.
So to end our testimony, we would like to offer a song for you entitled, Lord, I'm Available to You. Hope you are all blessed.
You gave me my hand to reach out to men, to show them your love and your perfect plan. You gave me my ears, I can hear your voice so clear. I can hear the cries of sinners. Can I wipe away their tears?
You gave me my voice to speak your word, to sing all your praises to those who never heard. But when my eyes see a need for more availability, I've seen hearts that have been broken, so many people to be free. Lord, I'm available to you.
My will I give to you. I'll do what you say. Do use me, Lord.
Show someone the way, and he never needs to say, my storage is empty, and I am available to you.
Now I'm giving back to you all the tools you gave to me. My hands, my ears, my voice, my eyes, so you can use them as you please.
I have emptied up my cup so that you can fill it up. Now I'm free and I just want to be more available to you. Oh Lord, I'm available to you.
My will I give to you. I'll do what you say. Do use me, Lord.
Show someone the way, and I never need to say, my storage is empty, and I am available to you.
Oh Lord, I'm available to you. My will I give to you. I'll do what you say. Do use me, Lord.
To show someone the way, and enable me to say, my storage is empty, and I am available to you. My storage